In this movie, The Purge-election-year, they are using a black man to promote anarchy. And you listen to his testimony in a moment. He's in an interview, and you can hear him talk about how that the black people have had enough, or the people have had enough about their government, and now they're rising up against their own government. And interesting that they use a black actor to do this. Isn't that really interesting? I mean, with all that's going on in the United States right now, this movie is going to fuel, this is going to inflame the problems in our country. And you think that this would be stopped. You would think they would not allow a movie like this to be in the cinemas. You know, it'd be one thing if it was an independent movie and only a few was to watch it, but to be available, readily available in all theaters. It just shows you where things are headed, that they would allow this. I mean, you get on Fox News and CNN and they talk about how Donald Trump inflames the problems with Muslims and whatnot. But then they allow a movie like this that inflames the very things, that's inflammatory to the very things that are going on in our country. Is someone out there insane? I mean, is the FCC insane? The ones that screen these movies that before they go to the public? Or is there an agenda behind these movies? You tell me. Leave your comments. I'm going to go ahead and play this short clip. It's about a minute and a half. And don't forget to subscribe.
I played the stranger, who is now Dante Bishop. When we met him in the first film, he was on the run. He got sanctuary inside of a house. In the second film, we see him coming back, kind of saving the day for a second, a little cameo. And in this one, we get to understand who he is a little bit more. And so for him, it's very personal. He has a mission, and he's willing to do any and everything to make sure it happens. Not even government officials are safe anymore. So that kind of adds to the intensity of, you know, what this Purge Night is. Not only are you going after, you know, those who do feed off the system, but you're going after those who do have the power to change the system. The people are taking their country back. It's as simple as that, you know. Like you said, we have the revolutionaries who, you know, are just tired of it all, and we're going to do anything and everything that we can to make things right, or right for us at least. And if that means going in and making sure that we take out a few of the, you know, minister's people and the minister himself, that's the objective goal.
Does that sound like to you someone that's talking about his acting career? Does that sound like somebody to you that, you know, you hear actors all the time talking about their character in a movie or whatever, and you can tell that they're talking about their character. That's not who they are. But when this guy is talking, does he sound like he's talking from the standpoint of a character in a movie? Does he, folks? Not to me, he doesn't. This is pretty scary stuff. This is very disturbing, without question. And like I said, this should absolutely not be allowed. The president or whoever, the FCC, whoever regulates and allows these movies, even our government, this movie should be stopped. I'll tell you right now, Hitler used movies. He used television, he used cartoons as propaganda to fuel his idea, to support his idea, to get the people behind him. You don't think they're using the movies? You don't think they're using the television? You don't think they're using this for propaganda? Absolutely they are. America must be sacrificed, people, for the New World Order. The Phoenix, America's the Phoenix. Remember, the eagle now represents America, but back in the beginning it didn't. It was a phoenix bird. back at the time in the Phoenix, remember, has to do with Egypt, right? And it's very apparent to me that America, like the Phoenix, has got to come out of the ashes. It's got to rise out of the ashes. So they've got to they literally want to burn America to the ground to bring in the New World Order. And I know you and I, we think, how in the world is this possible? How could they do this? They don't care. Remember what George Bush Sr. said? What's at stake is more than a small country. It's a big idea. Why do you think America is not in the Bible? Why is it not mentioned? To whom much is given, much is required, people. America's going to burn. God's going to allow it. Because America has rejected the God of heaven. This is serious. This is not a small thing. You don't think that they know what they're doing in letting Muslims into the United States? They're letting this country fall apart on purpose. They're destroying this country on purpose. They're communists, but they're worse than communists. They're worse than communist people. I don't know what's worse than a communist, but they're worse. So please don't support these films. Don't support this stuff. But giving your money to watch the movie, we're trying to help you right now to see what these movies are about. It's propaganda for the New World Order. But I'm going to tell you right now, the United States is not supposed to survive this. It will rise out of the ashes. They will restore it. But it's got to burn. It's got to be destroyed. Everybody in the United States has got to die, except the ones that they have chose that should live. It's going to burn, people. The United States is going down. And that's the way they want it. Can you hear George Sr.'s words? What's at stake is more than a small country. It's a big idea. We need to pray. More than ever, we need to be praying. Jesus said, "Watch and pray that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things and stand before the Son of Man."